So since we sticking with the theme of projection, I figured why not put in a little bit of delusion and talk about the Cincinnati Bengals, because it's that time of year where Joe Burrow do what Joe Burrow normally does best, and that's sit there and hype up and put these expectations on the Cincinnati Bengals that they are never going to be able to achieve. And yet he's at it again, saying that this team, not only we should expect multiple double-digit wins, we should expect an explosive offense all throughout the season. We should also expect them to not only win the division, but also win the Super Bowl this year. Now, this has never been a talent thing when it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals. It has always been a health thing when it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals, specifically a Joe Burrow health things when it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals. So I understand you got new coaches, you got new acquisitions like Dexter Lawrence attempting to fill the void left by Baltimore Ravens' biggest free agent, Big Trey Hendrickson. But at the end of the day, do I have to remind you how many sacks Big Sexy Lex actually totaled last year? 0.5. A 0.5. Now, on the street, that might mean something else, but in NFL and in football statistics, that means half a sack. Now, what I will say, to back up the beating of the chest that Joe Burrow is currently doing right now, a lot of people are saying they got one of the easier schedules that the NFL has to offer. I think it's ranked like the third or fourth easiest schedule for the 2026 season. Now, a lot of that has to do with the win-loss records of those individual teams on paper from last season, which that includes us. And let's be very clear here, Cincinnati Bengals, it was an outlier. So slow down. And we still did better than y'all. But slow down. Oh, but I am assured that y'all are wondering why I got this goofy-ass picture of Joe Burrow up. It is merely because that's what I'm more consistently known for seeing him in. When the NFL season is going on, that man is in sweats, a hoodie, and got an earpiece. You know why? Because his ass is injured on the sideline. I'm sorry, and that's just a fact. Again, it's never been about the talent thing when it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals. You got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins. Joe Burrow is one of the best throwers of the football in the NFL and in our division. However, he can't stay healthy. He has more impact on Fashion Week runway, modeling for Vogue with his back out, no Diddy, than he actually does on the NFL football field. So I'm sorry, like, I hear you talking, I see the schedule, but you got to show me better than you can tell me. But let's talk about the schedule. And like I said, it's based off the opponent's win-loss record of 2025, so I get it. But when you actually looking at this schedule, do you see a lot of cupcake games? I don't think outside of the Arizona Cardinals, which we know they're about to be the worst team in the league this year, the Tennessee Titans, who still probably trying to redefine themselves and find a new identity, it ain't no easy games on this schedule. Like, I do expect the Minnesota Vikings to be better. I mean, you obviously going to have a question about the Jacksonville Jaguars and their consistency. And also, you already know you got questions at the quarterback position with the Indianapolis Colts. But all throughout, they still got teams from the NFC West. They still got teams from the AFC South that were contending, and some people had them as Super Bowl favorites. So let's slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're trying to put the carriage before the horse a little bit. You know what I'm saying?